Welcome back to the Connors and Ferris High School Sports Show, brought to you by Salvatore's Pizza. Joining us on the Specialties Hotline from Dansville, they are the two-time defending Section 5 champs, 1 year in B1, 1 year in B2. They don't care it's a Section 5 championship no matter what. The Dansville Mustangs, and we have on the line Kristen Kershner, the coach, Ray Young, senior and standout, and Maddie Lee, a junior guard and a captain. Ladies, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
43 wins and 3 losses, Steve Bradley, over the last 2 years. I don't think anyone in the Section 5 girls basketball can match that. Maybe even any Section 5 basketball team at all. Coach, you've had a tremendous run. When a team climbs the mountaintop, wins a couple of championships, some teams start to coast, some teams use that as motivation. How has this group been over the last couple of years?
This is a really hardworking bunch of girls that we have. They've been playing together for a really long time, so I know that helps. And a lot of them play together all year, not just during the season. And I think winning the past couple of years has kind of set the culture in a positive way, where now I think the girls kind of expect that it's the goal to at least get to sectional finals. That's kind of the expectation in the program now, and I think that the girls are always put that first, and they work really hard to do their best to get there.
Ray, you have been on varsity since you're a freshman. So you had sophomore season, you were part of the team, the first Dansville team to win a sectional championship. What did that mean and I mean in school history, not and in terms of that, what did that mean to the program to put that stamp on things then, with still 2 years left in your career?
Honestly, it felt like it was unreal, to be honest, but it felt like everybody was looking at us like we were crazy because we never did it in history. And then 1 year we just did it and we were completely undefeated. So it was like one of the best feelings ever.
22-1 that season. And then last year, 22-2. You're waiting to go play the regional when the season got cut short. You're going to play your season opener on Saturday, 2:00 at home against Warsaw. Maddie Lee, this is great. We're 2 minutes into an interview, Steve. We haven't mentioned the fact that, the season's starting and it's February, which is cool because we're just talking about basketball right now. But Maddie, how are you going to feel on Saturday? Any idea how that's going to, to finally get back on the court in a season that looked like it may not have happened? How excited are you and the rest of your team?
Yeah, we're all really excited. Like, we didn't even know if this season was going to even get to happen. And it's just really great that it does get to happen.
Kristen, when you took over, the team won only 4 or 5 games your first couple of seasons, and then Jeff's talked about your success the past couple of years. What have been the keys to the growth of this program?
I think getting the girls to all buy into the program has been one of the big things, and not just the varsity level, but right on through down to the youth. We have really good support in our youth programs, and our modified and off-season stuff as well. So I think getting the culture kind of changed, and not just on the basketball court as well. We really emphasize, you're a student athlete, and your character and the way that your actions are off the court as well. And I think that the girls really bought into that. And once they saw that they were capable of, achieving bigger things, I think that was a big factor.
So Maddie, Coach told us that she won a championship her senior year when she was in high school. What did it mean to have
Canaseraga, Steve?
Canaseraga, right? What did it mean to have somebody come in that had experienced that as an athlete to come into a school where it hadn't been done before, and that positive impact?
I think that Coach has helped us a lot to get our program turned around. She kind of has always taught us not just to be a good player, but be a good person and be a good do good in school before athletics, and she's just helped us all around.
You talked about earlier the growth of the program. How's the growth of Ariana Young in this program? That's Ray Young for short. Ray, when you came up to varsity, how tall were you then? You're listed at 6'2". When you came up to varsity, were you 5'11", 5'10"? Where were you?
Honestly, I think I was 5'10", 5'11", because that was my freshman year, and I 6'1", 6'2" my sophomore and junior year, and I don't think I'm going any higher than that.
You don't probably find out a lot of 6'2" girls at the Class B level. Maybe you do. You tell me. I mean, but is there a bread and butter move or something you're really strong at in the post that where you're getting all your points?
I know Coach Moose tells me a lot not to dribble in the post, but when I do, generally I do a spin move or a drop step, and that's normally what works because I'm awfully large. So I just move people.
Don't bring that ball down, right, Coach? Coach, let me ask you, what are she averaged 16.3 points last year, probably almost as many rebounds. What are her strengths as a basketball player and a post player?
Well, I think first of all, her versatility. She's very strong, as you know, she just said, not just large, but she's physically very, very strong. And I think she can play the outside and inside game. There's times where I will have her play almost a guard position on defense or offense, and she can hit the outside shot, but then step inside and seal as well. And she's also a really good passer when she draws the double. So when she seals, there's not too many people that can get around her.
Ray, do you feel that enough people in Section 5 know about your game and what kind of player that you are? Or do you feel that you've flown a little bit under the radar?
I'd have to say, sadly for myself, I'm probably going on the radar because I remember my freshman year I moved to Schenectady to play basketball, and I remember I came back to the game and everybody was like, "Oh, she's not playing, like that's so fun." And then I remember like my sophomore year, I walked into like the first game and everybody's like, "Oh my God," and they're all whispering, and I was like, "Oh shoot."
Maddie, you know, you guys got last season cut short. How difficult was that? I mean, do you remember that moment, what it was like, having to be told that you guys aren't moving on? You get through this time, because you lost to Mid Lakes 2 years ago in the crossover game. Now you get through that game and you beat Penn Yan, I think it was. How difficult was that? How did you guys manage your emotions through that?
Yeah, we found out during one of our practices, and I remember our whole team just going into the locker room and crying. And it was really hard at first, but it was the only option just to get through it, really. And we tried to all just we went down a few times and played pickup basketball together and stuff, but yeah.
Such is life, right, Steve?
Such is life. Kristen, normally at this time, you're probably in your last week getting ready for sectionals, maybe kind of figuring out where you're going to be seated, where you're going to play. Now you're getting ready to tip off your season. With everything condensed like it is, what are your expectations from just managing the next 4 weeks kind of standpoint?
I think first and foremost, I want to make sure that the girls stay healthy and without injury, because it is a lot of games, like basically every other day. I know many of them have been working out and doing things as well, but it's always a little bit of a change coming into the gym and going through a full practice. So my expectations are pretty high on the court. So I expect nothing less. They're hard workers, and like I said, they put in a lot of time in the off season. So I'm sure that they're going to gel and come ready to play.
Got one more question for Ray. Your college is back up in the air after a commitment to Niagara, Central Connecticut, or Roberts Wesleyan. Are you open to all comers, everyone that wants to get a look at Ray Young? You're open for that?
I mean, it is basketball, and any school that can offer me are more than welcome to. But I mean, in the end, I'm gonna have my choices, but it's really just who gives me the best interest and where I'm comfortable, I suppose.
Absolutely, that's great. That's a great way to look at it, right, Steve?
Yes, absolutely. Maddie, what do you like the most about your team and your teammates, and not just basketball wise?
We all get along really well, like even outside of basketball. Some of my closest friends, we've all played together since we were little, and we're all just really close with each other and always have been.
Well, you've had a lot of success on the court. We're glad to see the Dansville Mustangs get a chance to try to three-peat in a way. So, Coach, thanks for making some time. We appreciate it. Good luck this season.
Thank you.
And Ray and Maddie, best of luck to the Mustangs. Hopefully we can talk to you again in, I guess, probably just a few short weeks if there's another Section 5 championship. So the Dansville Mustangs right here. Thanks, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
As we head into our break, I want to tell you about my friends from Bath Fitter. They can remake your bathroom, folks, in one day. Transform it. Unbelievable stuff. 617-0007. They can do it over time too, but there's a reason Bath Fitter is one of the top volume sales operations in the country, not just Rochester. It's because they do great work. So please check them out, bathfitter.com, or give them a call, 617-0007. You're listening to the Connors and Ferris High School Sports Show. We're brought to you by Salvatore's Pizza.